Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks and themselves.
You don't ever play with the Seahawks, motherfucker. You're a Ravens fan. Why do you do this to yourself?
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers.
Stick with the Ravens.
And off we go from Seattle.
Come here, bitch. You've been disrespectful. Yeah, quit. Thank you. Much respect. C2 turn that bullshit music off. Motherfucker. Fucking up my ears and shit. Excuse me.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle.
Let's go. Indianapolis. Cash money. You don't want no cash money. You can get a cash ass whooping. That's what the fuck you gonna get. Yeah, I know you hear me coming through them cheap ass speakers that you got. Bitch, let's go.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And
come on.
Off we go from Seattle.
Wish you would. He's running.
They'll run. This is Jonathan.
Told you. He's running.
Right there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, it's do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Jones.
Nice.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Doing the same shit. Tight end. Across the middle.
Just shy of midfield. Jones. Let's take
he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something
Running.
happen.
He running. He running.
And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Told you. Told you. Told you he was running. Told you. He running again. He running again. Get that shit out your hand. Get that shit out your hand. I don't know why you trying to be Superman right now, but you ain't gonna get that shit.
And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. First carry here for Kenneth Walker the third. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now Darnold wants to change it up.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set. Go, lady.
Straight ahead, Walker. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go, set. Stay set.
Darnold. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go, set. Red. Red 80. Stay set.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Set. Red 80.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it.
Got used to back.
On fourth down, that's telling you as a defense you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Two yards to go, second down. Back to throw. Jones. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willem. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Darnold's going to change the play. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
1-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Down the left sideline. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
On for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now it's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
13 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Colts nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Jones now Throwing to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go from Lumen Field. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here goes that. Red 80.
Looking to throw right away. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
2nd and 16 at the 17-yard line.
Offense to the line fast. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession of the football. Now, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Running left. This is Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Looking quickly here. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They'll go. Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Going silver, ready?
Running back sent in motion. From the pistol, Hurts. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Kickoff for Philadelphia.
Shaheed now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It is caught left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ready!
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense up to the line fast.
Gain on the play. That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready!
Going on first. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
22. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We go side.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Go ready. Set.
Now an inside give to Walker. Breaks through and breaks away. Keeps himself upright. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out.
At their own 16-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Trimmer.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets them the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. And goes to the hurry up here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's out in the clear. Up to the races, middle of the field. Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's got the squiver. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Go side.
From the gun, Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing here, Darnold. Hauled in left side. Still going inside the 35. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. They get an even 40 out of that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 2 minutes still to play in this 1st half, partner. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Walker now from the gun. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Here we go.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Darnold escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Red 80. Red 80.
Walker on 1st down. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Walker on 2nd. No gain on the play, and now they're facing 3rd down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout, so they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Here we go, side. Yellow 80.
Staying with Walker. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Shipley now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, looks like. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. All right, I think we know what's happening. They're going to continue running it until this clock runs out. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down now, ball at the 33. Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down after a long time back there. Coverage that through and through. We get a timeout. 8 seconds remaining before halftime. So after the sack, here comes 2nd and 11. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. Cuts right. Continuing to move past the 45. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they take a little momentum for themselves here, Brock, as they get the turnover on the final play of our half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Barkley again here on 2nd. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's good.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out wide to Brown. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Working quickly here. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
63.
3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked out by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles take over after returning it inside the red zone.
I think they were going to be grateful just to get the ball back, but now look at where they're getting it, Kate. This is already inside field goal range. I promise you this, they're going to be disappointed if they don't get at least 3 points off that takeaway.
And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Line up the design keeper. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Hurts now from the gun. And they stop him right at the line of scrimmage as Tom runs out the corner. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game. 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Seahawks 14. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Smith and Jigba. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Eagles go dime for this 3rd down call.
Go set. Set.
He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Reset.
They give up the gut to Walker. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
Here we go.
The ball carrier.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle.
A gain of 4.
Seahawks down by 7.
And 6 at the 46-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Set. Reset.
Darnold now to throw.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Looking to throw it. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Setting up to pass. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
And 8.
Reset.
Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Gotta hurry this to the line.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. The throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Here we go. Set. Reset.
Back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Cut near the goal line. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Goal to go.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Here he is to throw. Rolling out to his left. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that could create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Shipley now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Shipley on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First down, Eagles.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. Got to block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. He fields it from the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Here we go, set.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. You know, not much to be had on that first down, Brock. First couple of plays of overtime. How do you approach things?
SOS. And I'm not talking desperation. I'm talking about stay on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6.
Here we go, set.
Into the gun. Here's Darnold. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Here we go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Kind of a curious call there, Kate, because the passing game, It's not worked real well for them in regulation, and that operation, that wasn't good enough either.
Now Darnold, 4th down. And this one's incomplete. That could be the shift, Brock, that decides this game. They turn it over on downs to begin overtime. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Here's another carry for Barkley. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Let's go.
Offensive line fast.
A gain of 6. And an Eagles 1st down.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Looking quickly here.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win.